The Chiquibul National Park is home to the highest point in Belize and has the largest known network of caves in Central America. But those are only two of the reasons why its more than 265,000 acres are under environmental protection.
The Chiquibul is one of the areas that do maintain the highest biodiversity within not only Belize but within the Mesoamerican region. Our situation is that there is much that Chiquibul does have to offer that we do not, even at this point in time, know what we do have. That's the reason that it's very important for us to keep what we do have.
The Chiquibul forest stretches for 45 kilometers along the border with Guatemala. According to conservationists, incursions by the residents of the 65 communities located in that span has become a major problem for this natural resource.
They want from hunting for food. They want the actual materials for building houses, cutting down our forests for them to plant, and everything else that goes with it. So it's actually they're finding a livelihood, a better livelihood than what they can actually get in Guatemala.
We have a lot of challenges to deal with. That's a constant battle, if we can call it like that, in terms of trying to regain the integrity of the Chiquibul National Park.
1, 2, 3.
This morning, Friends for Conservation and Development, co-managers of the national park, unveiled the latest weapon in the battle for Chiquibul, the Rio Blanco observation post, located 535 meters from the border, which according to FCD's Rafael Manzanero is an ideal location.
This base is really strategic for surveillance and monitoring of Guatemalans coming in. Our hope is that we'll be able to contain them, because this really has been, the Monte Los Olivos has been one of the key communities with a whole network of trails coming into the Chiquibul. Right behind or in front of me, there are actually large areas that were denuded last year. So this is going to be really a sort of a gateway in which we need to control actually Guatemalans from coming in.
The 16 by 26-foot structure was the 56th project to be completed in Belize by British volunteer organization Trekforce.
Well, we're very lucky. Fortunately, people know of Trekforce already. They know that if you want to come and do some conservation project, work very hard and live in the jungle for a prolonged period, then Trekforce is the company to do it with. So we get a lot of people interested. And then it's up to them to raise the money to cover the costs, make a contribution to the project, and over they come.
For 31 days, 11 trekkers labored under harsh conditions to construct the base, and today they were beaming at their success.
I've absolutely loved it. It's been an amazing experience. And like I said, it has been a lot of hard work, but that's why I came. I wanted to challenge myself. And it has been everything I hoped it was going to be.
I'm the actual medic for the group, so I've kind of come semi as a professional anyway, but it's just so great to have the opportunity to actually not just do that aspect of it, but also get involved in actually doing the building. I've got no building experience, and I think that was a massive challenge to almost all of us. People have little bits of experience, but really, when we came here before, you look at this bushes here, that is what it looked like, this whole area. So we cleared the entire lot from that, and actually put all the foundations in. We've done absolutely everything you see, we've actually done from scratch.
I told you it was going to be hard. I told you you'll get blisters, that your lungs would burn, your back was going to break, and you'll possibly cry. But you chose to do it, okay? And that says a lot about you. It shows you've got a lot of courage, and that's something, you just can't teach people.
Their mission completed, today the trekkers packed up and set off on foot for a 9-day journey across the Chiquibul, leaving the real work in the hands of the Belize Defense Force.
Over the years, we have maintained a sporadic presence here, not permanent. And this post here now will give us that presence here to have a presence 24/7. As of today, I've instructed the commander of the Belize Defense Force here that as of today, once we go through all the formalities, his troops are to come up here and take over the building.
The plan is for the observation post to be manned by 10 soldiers, 1 police officer, and the occasional park ranger.
We'll be able to patrol to prevent any Guatemalans from slashing and burning of the Chiquibul Forest Reserve before the plant. We'll also be able to stop any chateros. As you can see, this is deep in the jungle. There's no Belizean communities here. So the Guatemalans cannot use any excuse that they're coming to do trade or business here in Belize. So we'll be able to stop Guatemalans from entering Belize, something that we couldn't do because of the remoteness of the area.
To bolster the soldiers' efforts, Manzanero has committed to continue working along with the conservation organizations across the border.
We have a work plan with Guatemalans, particularly with CONAP, which is like the forest department in Guatemala. The idea of that is really to conduct even binational patrols. So we are able to do binational patrols with our Guatemalan counterparts. We also exchange information. And we are also actually about to launch a full environmental educational program across in those communities in Guatemala as part of the binational effort. Now, other things here in Belize, one of them is really to have even much more aggressive patrol systems. In that level, we have what we call multi-agency patrols. So we can bring up to 22 people around these areas from several other organizations to be able to help us and to deploy them in particular areas of the Chiquibul.
While the environmentalists realize they won't be able to stop illegal incursions, the idea is to get the situation under control.
With multiple strategies, it can be contained. That doesn't mean that it can be stopped altogether, perhaps, but I think we can contain it.
Kendra Griffith reporting for News 5.